Hello, fans, and welcome to yet another 15 minutes with Divan. September has gotten off to a very rocky start for quite a number of very high-profile celebrities in Nigeria, with rocky relationships here and there, marriages struggling along, and all this. And I'm here to just share with you what's going on for those who haven't yet caught on, and also share my views on whatever is currently trending. I'll start with the Dibias. Just a couple of days ago, Tuface released a song, a remix of an old favorite with Mr. Bongo's Ikwe. And as a result of that, quite a number of us, opined that it was possible that all the family drama going on might have been just a publicity, strategy to gain some traction for the song. Turns out that is not the case because there's a leaked voice note of Annie, his wife, really, in a rage. And the voice note is so heart-rending that I personally will not be sharing it on this vlog. The essence of my vlog is not to mock people who are struggling in their relationships. It's just to give my own view, as a social commentator and move on. I will not share that voice note here. Not only because I understand her pain as a woman who's also married, but also because Tuface himself has reached out to the public to plead with everybody to just let them be in this moment so that they can sort themselves out, and I respect that completely. So I won't be going into that. But talking about voice notes, apart from Annie's own, there's also Tonto Dike's own that has been making the rounds now for a couple of days. Tonto Dike is one of the A-list Nollywood actresses. She has been there for a while now. She stayed relevant for quite a while now, and for a young lady, that's a good thing. So she's at the height of her career as a Nollywood actress. Her claim to fame was with a rather scandalous movie, which was called Dirty Secret, and happened to include, for the very conservative Nigerian audience, rather adult scenes. And that stirred up quite a bit of controversy and interest. And so it was a good one for her because she was just coming into the industry at the time and already had quite a number of greats to contend with. So that helped her to, carve out a niche for herself, make a name for herself, and she has remained, at the top. Of course, that was followed by a marriage which didn't last quite long. That also ended amidst quite a bit of, drama and back and forth. There was so much online about the man, misrepresenting who he was to her before the marriage. Basically, she felt she was deceived into that marriage. So, of course, it didn't last long, but a beautiful baby boy was the result of that union, and they've since gone their separate ways. So, about 3 months ago, she, proudly showcased her new relationship with somebody else, one Prince Bukbogri. I hope I'm pronouncing the name properly. That relationship has also caved in now, amidst allegations of infidelity, and so on and so forth. A voice note, like I mentioned earlier, is currently making the rounds online, where she is begging to be taken back, which is natural. I don't see anything wrong with it. There are people who feel like, you see, when you're in a relationship that you value, if you know that you have wronged somebody, saying you're sorry is the best thing to do. Admitting guilt and apologizing and asking for forgiveness. I think I don't see anything wrong with that. And it's not something that anybody should be mocked for, you know. So I find it appalling that her significant other chose to share that voice note online, you know. It makes him come off as rather small-minded, creepy, and immature. This is something between both of you, and if the lady has admitted that she has blame and has apologized, why why reserve that voice note to share with people online, maybe to shame her and so on and so forth? You know, it does make her come out looking like the better person in the whole saga. And of course, she has reacted to the whole thing. She took to her Instagram account, and I'll read this out. She says, "My dearest fans, the illegally recorded and leaked voice recording of a private conversation by Prince Bobogri making rounds was in the past and has absolutely nothing to do with the recent. I appreciate your concern. I am doing perfectly okay and in one piece. Be rest assured that every blackmailer will be brought to justice. It's the law, and I am at peace knowing the law will take its course. Like I always say, the only valid conversation is congratulations because Jesus saved me. Thanks for all your concern and love." Which brings me to this whole thing of voice messages and other very confidential, private conversations being leaked online. It seems to currently be a trend. You know, social media has proven to be a double-edged sword. You know, there's so much information. It's a mine. It's a treasure trove of information. Depending on what you're looking for, you will always find what you go looking for online, as far as information is concerned. But when somebody you think you are in a relationship with, or somebody you think you are close to, finds it necessary to take a very private moment, be it a video, yeah, there's revenge porn online, people being intimate, and then in the moment where that relationship seems all good and you think you're so invested in each other, you have recordings of yourselves being, intimate, and then things go south, and all of a sudden that content is all over social media. So there's that. And now you have people recording, very private moments. I don't know if they're recorded while these things are going on live. I don't know if these voice notes we're hearing are actually voice notes that were sent on WhatsApp and then somebody decided to share them. But either way, I'm hoping that for the people who have had this kind of content released over them, I really hope that by now they figured out that the people who are doing things like that can't possibly mean them well, and they would do well for themselves to cut them off completely. I will not be sharing any of those voice notes. I will not share Annie Dibia's, and I'm not going to share Tonto Dike's either. For one thing, they're both women like myself. And for another thing, having listened to them myself, no, that's not the kind of content I want to share. It's enough to do some social commentary on it, hoping that others learn a lesson from there, to be, use these situations as a cautionary tale for our own lives, to be mindful of the kinds of people we share our deeply personal, stuff with, and, just watch our backs generally. Most people want to ride on the coattails of celebrities to shine, in their own way, not minding the fact that they're somehow, adding more salt to the injury and destroying that relationship, as the case may be. So this is hoping that both women get resolve for the issues going on. I'm hoping that Annie Dibia's marriage, there's a bit of rockiness going on at the moment, but I've seen worse. I've seen relationships that seemed like the man and the woman would never see eye to eye again, and they're still married, still living their lives happily. And I wish that for the Idibias. I also wish Tonto the best. She's a young lady who is doing very well in her field. And um, I mean, the sky could only be the starting point, you know. I really hope that all these small issues that are coming, as far as I'm concerned, the small things, will all face glitches in our relationship lives, be it in our dating lives or in marriage. Nobody has it all good. Anybody who tells you that they're not having any challenge whatsoever in their relationship or marriage is lying. It only depends on how bad the situation is. For some, it's far worse than for others. I'll also use this as an opportunity to share with us a little bit more about Tonto Dike. Many of us probably know her as an esteemed actress, an A-lister, and so on and so forth. We're invested in all the scandals around her relationship life and things like that. But it might interest you to know that Tonto Charity Dike was born on the 9th of June 1985 and is a Nigerian actress, singer-songwriter, and humanitarian. On the 27th of August 2000, Tonto Dike set up her foundation, the Tonto Dike Foundation. The foundation was established with a clear vision and passion for making life better for all displaced and underprivileged women, girls, youth, and children in Africa, irrespective of their political, religious, and cultural differences. It also aims at organizing regular sensitization programs and symposiums that will bring sanity and civility to the Black race by taking issues that affect women, gender issues, rape, empowerment, climate change, and child rights. So Tonto is more than just an actress, and she is more than the scandals that surround her life. This is me hoping that going forward, I hope she's learned her lesson from these relationships that keep going sour. I wish her the best as she makes better choices in the kinds of relationships she gets involved in. I wish her love, genuine love, and I certainly hope that going forward, whoever she dates also turns out to be her friend, because a friend would never release private content online or anywhere else. And that's it on today's talk. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.